2021 was a weird year. What started off as high-fueled motivation, hope, and opportunities to forget 2020 slowly turned to a sweetly smoldering fire. I love the freshness and renewal of goals, of deciding to restart today rather than waiting for a particular day, month, or year. But I've also felt a warmth and comfort in this smolder. What's left when the fire has continued on past its roaring flame into something sweet and made for you. I've sat down to make 2022 language goals countless days over the past few weeks, and none of them feel right. They're all components of that raging fire, the fire of summer, of new. None of them exist in that smoldering fire where I am now. So I have to ask myself, what's left? What's left are my habits, the creative and visceral pursuit of connection through language. These are my 2022 goals. They are vague and messy and non-time bound, but they feel true and they feel right in this moment. For Spanish, sometime this year, I'd love to read a novel originally written in Spanish. The level really doesn't matter to me, the topic doesn't matter, as long as it's interesting and not a graded reader. I absolutely love graded readers, but I want to kind of take a stab at something written for native Spanish speakers. Lately, I've really enjoyed working through the B1 book and short stories in Spanish intermediate, and I am 10 pages away from the end as of recording this. And, if that method changes next week, let it. I'm going to make a more detailed Spanish goals and reflection video in Spanish, which will be linked up here. So I guess that's also part of my 2022 goals, is to do more videos in Spanish. Right now, I feel comfortable in the B1 book, but I'm definitely still learning things, so I'll say I'm kind of intermediate in general. I may take a test this year, maybe not, I don't know, we'll see. For Tagalog, I just want to continue on and not be so hard on myself when I forget things going into a lesson. Sometimes I feel like I'm holding back or afraid because I don't know 110% of what I've been taught, and I think that's really holding me back. So I just want to continue on and make it what it is. I also would love to be able to take my first conversational lesson this year, which I know is going to be messy and rough, but that's how you start. For Armenian, I've actually found that the less pressure I put on myself means I study more. So I just want to keep, bopping along. I feel a lot more confident in the things that I do know, but I'm definitely still at an A1 level. There's a lot of old knowledge kind of tucked away from 10 or 11 years ago when I took Armenian in college, but I would say I'm still at about an A1. For Polish, I am so excited that I have found Babbel and that I have found Babbel really works for me. I think doing 5 to 15 minutes of something on your desktop when you're already on YouTube or something is kind of the perfect way that I've been able to include Polish consistently in my life for the past few months. So I want to keep going. 5 to 15 minutes a day doesn't really feel like much at the time, but it really adds up and it's incredibly sustainable for me to do. In general, I'm going to continue to use whatever methods serve me to track progress, including my personal favorite, the tape it to the wall and color code it. I'm going to keep using Toggle, but instead of timing myself down to the second, I'm just letting myself estimate. I know sometimes it feels like that's a slippery slope to, study a little bit and kind of estimate what you've been doing, and you'll probably have studied a little shorter than you really think. But I think the way that I'm putting things together right now actually work out well. So Tagalog and Spanish are primarily lesson-based, so I know exactly how long those things are going to last. For Polish, honestly, I put things at 1 minute or 0 minutes since I'm making my way through the lessons and the time isn't as important as just getting through those lessons. And for Armenian, I am actually timing myself in 5 or 10 minute spurts, and so I think in general it's all going to come out in the wash, but I do enjoy tracking myself just a little bit, but not too much pressure. And to everyone following along this year, words cannot describe how thankful I am for you. 1,000,000, 1,000 billion thank yous for being along here for the journey. Gracias. Salamat po. Dziękuję. And Shnor Hakaluchun for coming along in this journey, sharing your comments, your love, your support, and your encouragement. May 2021 be your best year yet, no matter what your goals are, whether they be incredibly strict, incredibly formulated, and well thought out, or just going with the flow. Here's to 2022 and all the best. Let's see what this new year brings us.